This is Surana TV, a place for entrepreneurship and self-development. We are about taking control of our lives and our mindset, so welcome. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to succeed as an entrepreneur in 2021. If you are an entrepreneur or a wannabe entrepreneur, this is the perfect time for the game, man. This is the perfect time to join the game. It sounds a bit selfish and maybe cold, but it's the truth. Whenever there is a problem, that's the good news for an entrepreneur. That's the perfect time to take the opportunity to serve people, to solve the problem, to come up with ideas. And right now we are still in a pandemic. We're still going into 2021 with a lot of modification, a lot of things that are changing. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a wannabe entrepreneur, this is the perfect time. You choose the perfect time to join the game. Now, what do you need? What do you need to make sure that you are not just an entrepreneur by name, but you're actually making money? The first thing that I'm going to talk about is accountability. As an entrepreneur, you need to understand the importance of accountability. Feeling accountable of yourself, of your business, of your life, it's empowering. It's an attitude that turns your mind on, that turns your creativity on, that allows you to ask the right questions. To ask questions such as, what do I need to do about this particular problem? What do I need in order to change this? When you know that you're not waiting for any savior, when you know that it relies on you, it's your responsibility to save the day, you stop crying, you stop waiting, you stop wasting time, and you start doing the right thing. You start asking the right questions. You stop feeling hopeless. You stop feeling powerless. Your confidence start growing because you know that you can handle it. Being accountable will help you to grow. It will help you to learn from your mistakes. It will help you to take a risk or be adventurous where you see fit. Being accountable will shape the way you go about to deal with problems. And that is going to have a huge impact on your success. The second thing that I'm going to talk about is perspective. As an entrepreneur, the way you look at bad situations, the way you look at failure, the way you look at, events around you, things that are happening in your life or in your business are game changer. It's going to have a huge impact on the way you perform as an entrepreneur or as a person. Having the it could be worst type of attitude is a blessing for an entrepreneur because it forces you to not get too emotionally involved. It forces you to be creative. It forces you to look beyond what is happening or the barrier that is in front of you. If you train your mind to always look for the bright side in situations, even in the worst situations, then it's going to impact your success as a person and as an entrepreneur. Having the right perspective in life will give birth to gratitude, and gratitude in turn will give birth to happiness. If you are grateful most of the time, chances are you will be happy most of the time. And so a happy entrepreneur is an entrepreneur that is in a healthy place in his head and is more likely to create and come up with ideas and strategies that are going to be beneficial for your business or for your life. You will handle pressure and issues with clarity. The third thing that I'm going to talk about is patience. An entrepreneur that is not patient, that's disaster. If you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you need to cultivate patience. It's even harder today than ever because of the display that we've got through social media of people and their successes. You're gonna find somebody that started on social media last month and overnight became this huge success, and no one sees the hustle. No one knows the story behind. We don't know the person. We don't know the journey. We fail to see the work, the hustle that's been done when we weren't there. All we see is what we see on social media. It's like, oh my god, this girl, she started last month, now she's just this huge person. I think I can do the same. We have this unrealistic idea of success, of hustle, of patience. People will plant an apple today and expect to harvest next week. This is really unhealthy. This is really bad, because when you have these unrealistic expectations and you don't get what you wanted, then chances are you're gonna quit. Chances are you're gonna feel so disappointed, that you're gonna feel so bad about yourself. You're gonna feel like you are such a loser. You're gonna feel like you're a good at nothing person, when technically all you need is time. You need the time to understand where you're even going. You need the time to craft your stuff. Everything starts small. Allow yourself to grow. Majority of the successful people, Amazon, Google, Facebook, started small. They allowed themselves to adapt their dream to the journey. They allowed themselves to adapt the dream to the unseen or unknown. They allowed themselves to make mistakes. They allowed themselves to reshape their dreams as they were going. And that's what took them where they are today. They didn't start it by saying that in 6 months' time, I am expecting to become $1 million company. And so if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur, you need to understand how important it is to be patient. You need to embrace the journey and everything that will come along the journey. Don't compare yourself to other people. Even if you are doing in the same field, don't expect your success to be like the same as other people. Being patient is about understanding that it's okay to start small and grow as you're going. Being patient is understanding that it's going to take time and that you are prepared to put in the work. Being patient means that you understand your vision, you know who you are, and you are secure in who you are. So whatever people are doing around you is not technically something that would disrupt your passion or your focus. The fourth thing that I'm going to talk about is hustle. If you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you need to put in the work and you need to put in the extra work. Be prepared to reshape things here and there. Understand that this is a journey, as we said already, that is going to take time, and you're prepared to put in the consistent work that will create the result that you're looking for. Many people love the idea of entrepreneurship because of the fact that, you know, you work for yourself and nobody is behind you telling you what to do, show up at 8 or leave the office at 7. Nobody is behind you telling you what to do, and it's like, oh, this is perfect, I love this lifestyle. But then the reality kicks in when you actually start the business. That's where you understand that actually it's harder than you thought. When you work for somebody else, you can just work a couple of hours, and when you go home, that's it. But when you work for yourself and that's your baby that you care about, you're constantly thinking of ways to make it work. So you don't really have a break. You're constantly like, okay, what can I do to make it better? Maybe I should change this, maybe I should do that. It's a constant work. The next thing I'm going to talk about is criticism. As an entrepreneur, if you can't take criticism, good or bad, then you're down for trouble. If you are somebody who put your idea out, who put your services out, who put your product out, then be prepared for a feedback. People will love or hate it, and it's going to be down to you to go in their review to tell what didn't work, why they didn't like your product, you know, and come and ship it so that next time they've got a different experience of your product or your services. This is one aspect of entrepreneurship that people don't talk about. It is crucial to take feedback and criticism without getting emotional, without getting disappointed, without feeling like you're failing. You should actually really ask people, what is it that you like about my product? What is it that you dislike about this product, about this service, so that I can make it better? This is the most effective way to craft your product, to make it better, to make it a product that people love, to make it a product that people want to recommend to other people. So as an entrepreneur, it is important to be humble. It is important to listen. To not only listen to customers, but listen as well to people you're working with. Listen to people around you. It's okay that they give you their feedback. It's okay that they share their point of view with you. It's okay that they share what they don't like or what they like with you. If you've got employees, if you've got people working for you, it's crucial that you take the time to listen, to actually shut your mouth, your CEO mouth, and listen to people. That's the only way you get to have a perspective different from yours. Sometimes we've got things in our head and we think that that's the best way to go about. But when you start discussing with other people, when you start listening to other people, they come up with their way, they come up with ideas that maybe you didn't even think of. So learn to, okay, learn to listen. It's not only humble, but it's smart. And that's exactly what you need if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur. You need people to trust you. You need people to be able to say, no, I am not going anywhere else, but I'm sticking with her. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is the pressure of time, is the pressure of our age, is the pressure of competition. I know this is subjective, but if this is you, then I've got one thing to tell you. You're actually the one that is blocking your own success by creating this invisible barrier in your head. You're putting too much pressure on yourself by thinking, oh, I'm too old for the game, or oh, I came late in the game because there's so many people doing this. There's no way I can break through. As an entrepreneur, this is how you should be thinking. Okay, I came late in the game. Okay, there are a lot of people doing this thing. Now, how can I stand out of this crowd? How can I make myself different from all these people? What can I take? What can I twist? You know, what twist can I bring to the game? How can I stand out? That's how you should be thinking. Not why am I old or why was I late. That's not how you should think, because you can't solve that. You can't change the clock to make yourself younger. You can't make people quit so that you can be the only person in that field. The only thing you need to be thinking is, how can I bring more? How can I make people remember me? And that's the type of mindset that will guarantee success. So these are some of the things that you should be implementing. These are some of the things that you should be thinking and doing in your life, in your business. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I will see you guys in another video. Peace.